I found the notebook at a small street stall, tucked between cracked phone cases and faded postcards. It was made of leather, soft, worn, and completely blank. Perfect for my ASMR script writing. That night, I sat at my desk and wrote a simple opening line. Welcome back to another calm, whispering session. That was it. One sentence. I leaned back, satisfied, and went to sleep. The next morning, I woke to something that made my stomach turn cold. The notebook was open on my desk. The page I wrote on, filled, completely filled with words I didn't write. The handwriting was mine, almost identical, but there was something off, older, trembling, like someone with arthritis trying to hold a pen. It said, Tonight, whisper slower, I want to hear you. I stared at it for minutes. My hand hovered over the page, shaking. I didn't write this. I couldn't have. And yet, the letters looked exactly like mine. I tore the page out and threw it in the trash. The next morning, another line appeared in the notebook, as if nothing had happened. Don't tear my words again, I warn you. I tried to laugh it off. Maybe I was tired. Maybe it was a prank by a friend or something. But there was no one else in my apartment, obviously. I typed a message into my phone. Who are you? The ink responded almost instantly, a voice that used to be yours. I swallowed hard. What do you mean? I whispered aloud. My own voice sounded small, weak, fragile. The notebook replied, Keep writing. I am running out of time. I froze. I didn't move. I hadn't touched it. I wasn't writing. That night, I refused to open the notebook. I left it closed, shoved into the bottom drawer of my desk. I told myself it was over, that it was just a mere coincidence. Maybe I was dreaming. Maybe I was losing my mind. At 2:57 a.m., I woke up to a faint whispering, soft, almost comforting, but I didn't recognize the voice. Or maybe I did. The notebook lay open on the table. I hadn't touched it. The pages were flipping slowly, like someone was flipping through hundreds of unwritten lines in a hurry. My microphone, I never left it on, was recording. The input levels jumped. There was someone whispering directly into it. I grabbed the laptop, pressed play. It was my voice, clear, my tone, my inflections, the words. Finish the script, finish the ending. You know how it ends. I shut the laptop with a bang, heart racing. The notebook wasn't on the table anymore. It was in front of me, open, pages blank again, waiting. I wrote cautiously, trembling. What ending? The ink formed letters as I watched. The one where you stop breathing and listen. I dropped the pen. The next morning, I tried to throw the notebook out. Trash bag, heavy lift, out the door. I thought it was done. When I returned, it was on my desk like a horror movie. I thought this was insane. It was opened to a fresh page. You can't escape the story once it starts. I will write it for you if you won't. My hands shook. I had to leave. I grabbed the notebook, the pen, the laptop, everything, packed a bag, thought I could get away. The whispering followed me even as I walked through the silent hallways. I could hear it faintly, like static at the edge of my hearing. Right or or else I will. That night, I set up my camera in my new apartment. I didn't want anyone to see the notebook again, but I kept it nearby on the table. As I sat down, hesitant, I tried to ignore it. I whispered to myself, "It is just a notebook. It can't hurt me." I opened it, and it was full. Entire pages, filled with words I didn't remember writing, scenes, sentences, detailed instructions on what to whisper for ASMR. But some parts were too specific. They described me, my apartment, the way I was sitting, how I held my pen, every shiver, every breath, every tick of the clock. I closed it, trembling. Then I heard it, soft behind me, barely audible. "Start reading, pretty please." I told myself it was my imagination, my nerves, but I felt the room shift. The air got thick, heavy, almost alive. I opened the notebook again. Read the words aloud, slowly. Every sound counts. If you do, I may let you live. My hands were shaking. My breath came in short bursts. I whispered, I don't understand. Who are you?" The room went cold, the lights flickered, and then the whisper came again, directly in my ear. "I am the story you never finished, the one you abandoned. I am your voice, and I am older. I am patient. I am hungry." I froze. My body refused to move. I could feel the air shift, heavy and oppressive. I whispered, barely audible, "But what do you want?" "I want your ending, our final whisper. And I will not wait forever. We cannot wait forever." I turned to run. The notebook slid across the table, pages flipping violently, stopping on a single line that seemed to glow faintly. "If you do not finish, I will finish you." I make relaxation videos online. Simple stuff, whispering, soft tapping, hand movements. Nothing scary, nothing dangerous, just calm. All that changed one night. A new subscriber messaged me. "Soft listener, I liked the name. I really liked your video last night," it said. "Except I hadn't uploaded anything last night, not for 3 days. I was sick." I laughed nervously and typed, "Maybe you mean an older video." Instant reply, "No, the one you recorded at 1:24 a.m. The one with the wooden table." I froze. I don't even own a wooden table, my friend. My videos are all on plastic or glass surfaces. I tapped back, "That isn't mine." A pause, and then, "It is. I can see your curtains behind you, the blue ones that sway when the heater clicks on." I dropped my phone. My heart raced. My curtains were blue, but I never showed them in a video. I blocked him. 2 nights later, while editing a video, I heard it. Soft tapping on the window behind me. Slow, steady, patterned. I turned and nothing. Then the tapping became more insistent, faster, harder. Tap, 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 tap. The rhythm matched one I use in my videos, one I hadn't even recorded in weeks. I whispered, "Who's there?" A low voice, muffled but clear, whispered back, "I am." I grabbed my phone to call the police, but before I could dial, a new message popped up from an empty account. "Why did you block me?" I killed the lights. My apartment was pitch dark. The tapping on the window grew urgent, faster, almost impatient. I could feel it like fingers drumming on the glass. A shadow moved across the wall. I froze. A hand pressed against the window. Too long, too thin. The fingers bent in impossible angles, nails like curved knives. I stumbled backward, almost tripping over my desk. Then my front door clicked. It unlocked, slowly opened itself. Someone stepped inside, curved, crooked, wrong. The bones of the body bent unnaturally. The head tilted far to one side, like a puppet. The smile stretched wider than it could possibly be. "I told you," he whispered, voice flat yet playful. "I watch you from the outside. I have always watched your videos. I get relaxed by them. I want you to make those videos in front of me. Always." I spun around. Another figure crawled out from behind my curtains, not walking, crawling on elbows and knees, face scraping the carpet, eyes bulging unnaturally. Its lips moved, but no sound came out. Both of them whispered together, "We love your tapping." I bolted into the hallway, slamming my apartment door behind me. I didn't look back. I left everything, my camera, my desk, my laptop, just ran. I moved cities the next day, anywhere far enough away. But do you know what happened last night? 3:12 a.m. I woke to the same tapping on my window. Tap, 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 tap. I froze, heart racing, my hands shaking. The rhythm from my old videos, from the videos I made years ago. I whispered, "Not again." The tapping stopped. Silence. Then a whisper right behind me, low, icy, familiar. "We found you, finally." I didn't move. I didn't breathe. A shadow shifted at the corner of my room. A hand pressed against the glass. Fingers the same. Too long, too crooked, too wrong. Nails scraping softly like they were just practicing. I wanted to run, but my legs wouldn't obey. Then they said again, "We love you. We love your videos. We cannot go to sleep without them. We need them. We need you." Another tap came from my door, slow, hesitant, then faster. Each one matched a specific pattern I used in my ASMR video. The last one exactly before I quit uploading. I thought I had escaped. I was wrong. The last thing I remember before everything went black was a simple whisper directly in my ear. "We've been watching you all along. We cannot leave you alone. We cannot live without you. Please keep making these videos for us." Silence. I moved into the apartment because it was cheap. Too cheap, honestly. I had to ignore the peeling paint, the cracked ceiling, the way the smell of old rain lingered in the hallway. The landlord assured me it was perfectly fine, but even as I carried in my boxes, I felt that unease, the kind that crawls along the spine like cold fingers. The first night, I set up my small desk in the corner and tried to make the place feel like mine. As I unpacked, arranging my few books, a sound cut through the silence. Tap, tap, tap. I froze, my hand hovering over the desk. The sound was soft, rhythmic, deliberate, relaxing, not loud, not harsh, just there. I shook my head, laughing nervously. Old building, probably a pipe or something. Curiosity got the better of me. I tapped back. A single soft knock against the wall. Immediately, another knock answered. Tap, tap, tap. My laughter died in my throat. The next night, I tried to ignore it. I stayed in the kitchen, reading, pretending I didn't hear the faint scratching coming from inside the wall. But then it started again, this time slower, more deliberate. Waiting, I could almost feel its patience. I decided to test it. I tapped a short rhythm, just a little pattern I made up on the spot. The wall tapped back, perfect. My heart thumped in my chest, and a cold sweat formed on my neck. What are you? I whispered. My voice sounded too loud in the empty apartment. The wall replied with a slow, dragging scrape. It wasn't a knock this time. It was like something sliding its nails along the other side of the dry wall. I didn't sleep. Obviously not that night. I left the lights on and stared at the wall. I wanted to move out immediately, but I was stuck. My lease was signed and I had nowhere else to go. By the fourth night, the tapping had changed. It was impatient now, almost aggressive, following the rhythm of my own movements. I would tap once and it would tap back, immediately, twice, and it would mirror me. I felt like it was learning me, tracking me. I tried to record it with my phone. I figured if I captured proof, maybe, just maybe, I could get someone to believe me. The recording didn't capture the scratching. The waveform on the phone stayed flat. Only in the room, in the silence, could I hear it clearly. On the fifth night, I tried to communicate. I tapped 3 short knocks for yes, 1 long for no. Are you stuck? I asked. 3 knocks behind the wall. 3 knocks. I felt my stomach drop. This thing was trapped. Something alive, or something that used to be alive, was pressed against the other side. Out of all the other sounds, this one seemed relaxing, but I was creeped out. I didn't find it relaxing anymore. I called the landlord the next morning. I wanted answers, some explanations. I think I deserved that. He didn't flinch. He didn't ask questions. He just said, "Don't tap back, that is all." I stared at him. What? What is it? He smiled faintly. "Don't tap back, and that is it. Your problem is solved." And he closed the door. That evening, I pressed my hand against the wall. It felt soft, like it had given way under my fingers. Not drywall, something alive was pushing back. My mind refused to accept it. I left the wall, pacing the room, ears straining for the soft knocks that had become almost conversational. By nightfall, the tapping grew desperate, fast, a torrent of sharp, uneven knocks. My pictures rattled. My chair scraped across the wall and then the floor, and then silence. I whispered, "What do you want from me?" A single slow crack ran across the wall. My eyes widened. Pieces of drywall fell like dust from a broken ceiling. The crack widened rapidly, as if something was forcing its way through. A hand emerged, pale, long fingers, too many joints, nails curved and sharp. My instinct screamed at me to run. I turned for the door. It wouldn't open. Footsteps approached from the hall. I looked through the peephole. The landlord stood there, smiling faintly, holding the door shut with both hands. I looked back at the wall. I was even having hallucinations that the chair was sticking itself on the wall. The hand was no longer alone. A shape followed. Is it my imagination or is it really happening? It is indeed happening. Trust me. A shape followed, bending unnaturally, folding in ways a human body should not. It pushed itself into my apartment with slow, deliberate motions. Its first step sounded wet, like flesh against broken plaster. I stumbled backward, tripping over a chair. My lungs burned, my ears rang. I realized the landlord wasn't stopping it. He was keeping me from escaping. The creature in the wall was tall, grotesque, humanoid, yet wrong. Every movement was slow but calculated. It dragged its fingers across the floor, tearing away carpet and tiles. It stopped just short of me, tilting its head like it was studying me. I screamed. The landlord whispered, almost cheerfully, "You tapped back. You belonged to it now." The last thing I remember before everything went black was the sound of that hand, and then another. Apparently, I belonged to this creature now, this creature slapping across the floor as it approached me, followed by that dragging, wet scraping sound that will haunt me forever. I cannot leave this apartment. Lease has been signed, apparently. Even if I try, I cannot leave it. It is relaxing, though. This relaxation is something that I crave, that I want forever. I don't know if I survived. I don't know if anyone ever will. But sometimes, in my dreams, I hear the soft knocking again and again and again, waiting for me to tap back. But you know what? This relaxes me. And one day, this will relax you too.